In John chapter 8, verses 12 through 20, we hear about Jesus saying that he is the light of the world. It has a very interesting context. He's just gone up to the temple during the Feast of Tabernacles, which is one of the three main Jewish pilgrimage feasts, in which all Jews were commanded to come back to the temple. During this feast, there is a lighting ceremony in the court of women, where 4 large candelabras were lit to represent the pillar of fire that led the Jews through the exodus from Egypt. It's within this context that Jesus says, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." So essentially what he's doing is he is making a comparison between this pillar of fire, which was the Lord leading the Jews, and himself, essentially making a claim on divinity. Now the Pharisees accuse him of having no proof because he testifies on his own behalf. And Jesus says, even though I testify on my own behalf, my testimony can be verified because I know where I come from and I know where I am going. He comes from God the Father. And when he refers to where he's going, he's talking about his passion, death, resurrection, and glorification. Now, interestingly, back in chapter 7, we see some people talking about how he cannot be the Messiah because they know where he is from an earthly perspective. And when the Messiah comes, they say, no one will know where he is from. And just a little bit later, almost in apparent contradiction, they say the Messiah will not come from Galilee, he will come from Bethlehem, the city of David. Now, Jesus is always saying, though you may know where I come from an earthly perspective, it is my Father who sent me. And of course, he's talking about God the Father here. Through Jesus, we have the light of grace. And through his passion, death, and resurrection, we've been set free from sin. And in baptism, we both die and rise with Christ. We're given our baptismal candle as a representation of the light of Christ, leading us through this life, away from a life of sin into a life of freedom. St. John Newman, pray for us.